It's Sue here in Fans of the Framework. Good to be with you here today, just for a few minutes to talk about an important topic for your organization and its growth strategies. So, the last couple of times that I've had the great pleasure of being in front of live audiences, which I have to say, it's so nice to be back at our live summits and doing some of our senior leader retreats and the like. So, the last couple of times that I've been in front of a live group, there's been that image, and I put it in the image with this live event where it shows the five pillars: people, service, quality, finance, and growth, which are common areas for us as strategists to really work to develop strategic plans for strengthening all five of those pillars in our organization. And so that image that I showed really shows that when we can strengthen our patient or our service, our quality, and our people pillars by strengthening the patient experience and the employee experience, that when we can strengthen those, we can then leverage them for growth and financial improvements and strength in our organization. And so the last two times I was at events and we were talking about strategies and becoming great organizations, and I showed that image, people got out their phones and they started taking pictures of the screen. You know, we showed lots of slides, we were talking about lots of things, but when that slide came up, the last two times I showed it, people just got out their phones and they're like, wow, that just makes such sense. Because often when we're leaders in healthcare organizations and we're working to serve our mission, to serve more of the patients in our communities, we think about things like adding new service lines, marketing more, adding more providers or whatever as our key strategies for growing our organizations. But I have to tell you, as a strategist in healthcare now for almost 3 decades, I have come to believe that it's true that the two biggest areas where we can focus, and it often is missed, for us to be able to really grow our organizations, to serve our mission in bigger ways, is to strengthen the patient and employee experience. It is very hard to grow an organization when those areas are weak. So if your people, service, and quality pillars are weak, it's going to be very hard to be successful in growth and finance. And in particular, really, there's a huge competition out there for talent and patience. You know, there's competition for it, and you want to win that competition for talent and for patience. That's how you grow, right? And how you do that is really to have core strategies and a process and, commitments to how you're going to improve and strengthen the people, service, and quality pillars of your organization. An approach we've been using for well over a decade in dozens of organizations is really to improve the patient and employee experience and utilize employee-driven efforts to do that. That's what's great about these 3 pillars of your organization, is that you can really, really engage your employees to be the main contributors to doing the work to build your organization's employee experience and patient experience. So again, that can be leveraged for other strengths in your organization. The 2 main ways that we really coach organizations to strengthen the employee experience and the patient experience is to really have teams that are focused on 2 things: standards, so high standards for how people behave, and the positive communication standards, how they communicate. Those are 2 big things, those standards, behavior standards, positive communication standards, that strengthen both the patient and employee experience, and then serving and improving and using data-driven improvement efforts. So really understanding the voice of your patients, the voice of your employees. So when we have those 2 things and we're using those to strengthen the employee and patient experience, those are strengthening your people, service, and quality pillars. And when you do that, you start winning the war for talent, you start winning the war for patients, and then you can grow and be more financially successful. See how that all plays together. And that's why I think that image that shows the patient and employee experience, how it aligns with those pillars, and how it can leverage for growth and finance, why people have been getting out their cameras and taking a picture saying, yes, right there, that's what we need to do. So if you need help doing any of that, give us a call. Go to capstoneleadership.net and you'll see on our website there's a contact us page. On that page you can either reach out, send us a message, or you can actually book a call. And I actually encourage you to do that, because organizations that have used this approach, that are growing like crazy even in a pandemic, and they're winning the war for talent and patience, it all started with a phone call. So capstoneleadership.net, contact us, book a call. I hope to talk to you soon. Bye now.